welcome to Simon Fraser University's Convocation June 2026. The ceremony will begin shortly. Please find and stay in your seat and keep the aisleways clear. This is required by fire regulation. We expect a full house today. We kindly ask you to move and fill in empty seats to allow others to sit down. For your enjoyment and safety during the ceremony, please listen to a few important announcements. In the case of an emergency evacuation, follow the directions of event personnel to the assembly point, which is located down the stairs behind you on the track and field. Please proceed slowly and carefully. Those with accessibility needs should proceed to the Halpern Center, located northeast of Convocation Mall. If you need to leave at any point during the ceremony, please use the exits located at the back of Convocation Mall and ensure you've had your hand stamped. If you require assistance or have questions, please do not hesitate to ask one of our student ushers who are dressed in black gowns. Thank you. present members of the 6-time world champion Simon Fraser University Pipe Band. Friends, Convocation June 2026 will begin shortly. We expect a full house today. We kindly ask you to move and fill in empty seats to allow others to sit down. For your enjoyment and safety during the ceremony, please listen to a few important announcements. As a courtesy to all our guests and graduates, please remain seated and keep the aisleways clear for the duration of the ceremony. This is required by fire regulation. In the case of an emergency evacuation, follow the directions of event personnel to the assembly point, which is located down the stairs behind you on the track and field. Please proceed slowly and carefully. Those with accessibility needs should proceed to the Halpern Center, located northeast of Convocation Mall. Today's ceremony schedule and program book can be found online. Please use the QR code with your phone camera app to view the information. In consideration of other guests, we ask that you refrain from conversation during the ceremony and please put cell phones on silent. And for those near and afar, we encourage you to share your photos and messages on social media using hashtag #MySFUGrad. Friends, the ceremony is about to begin. Please turn your attention to the screens. Now, I'm pleased to introduce the graduating class of June 2026. Friends, if you're able, please rise for the platform party.
Hi, Tapka Siyemnisiaya. Good morning, everybody. It's an honor for me and my family to be here with you today. You can all have a seat now. Thank you so much. You know, on behalf of, we're from Musqueam, one of the local First Nations here in what we call the Greater Vancouver area. Always an honor for me and my family to be the voice for our families, our community, our elected chief and council, our elders and ancestors, and also on behalf of our friends and relatives from the neighboring nations, Squamish, Tsleil-Waututh, Coquitlam nations. You know, when we hear visitors coming into our territory, we used to come together as a whole community to meet and greet our visitors at the mouth of our river, what is called the Fraser River today, coming together to welcome, to share the wonderful natural resources that we have in our traditional unceded territory. So that's why I say it's such an honor for me and my family to be the voice for our communities at this time. Always an honor to be the voice and share a little bit of who we are as Musqueam people and Coast Salish people. You know, really want to welcome you here, not only to our traditional unceded territory, but to welcome you here to the SFU Convocation graduation. You know, it's always so nice to see the graduates, you know, completing their education, or, you know, even going into taking more education, further in your education, or moving into a job, career, you know. So it's really also gives thanks to parents, family that continue to support the graduates leading up to this moment. So on behalf of the Musqueam people, really welcome you here to our traditional unceded territory. Welcome you here to the SFU graduation convocation. Thank you once again. Enjoy your time here and safe travels back home to your family and loved ones. Thank you so much. Haitsap Kasiyam Nisiyaya.
Thank you so much. To our cultural representatives, the Coastal Wolfpack family, please join me in thanking them for welcoming us and getting us started this morning in such a good way. And of course, no ceremony would be complete at Simon Fraser University without the piping of the world-famous SFU pipe band. Please join me in thanking them for piping us in. I now invite Cleo June, who is a fourth-year student in the Faculty of Communication, Art, and Technology, to lead us in the singing of O Canada. For those of you in Convocation Mall and online, please rise if you are able for the singing of our national anthem.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. And God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
That was beautiful. Yes, please be seated. I now declare June Convocation assembled for the granting of degrees. Today's program book, which includes the ceremony schedule and a list of all graduates, can be found, you guessed it, online. Madam President, members of the Board of Governors, faculty, honored guests, especially graduands, friends and families, my name is Tamara Vrooman, and I am the Chancellor of Simon Fraser University. We're delighted and honored to have you join us for Convocation this morning as we celebrate Simon Fraser University's 60th anniversary. In attendance today are a number of distinguished guests in the audience and on the platform, including members of Senate, vice presidents, deans, and faculty. I'd like to particularly acknowledge Dr. Gloria Gutman, who we conferred an honorary doctorate of laws this morning. Welcome, Dr. Gutman. And from our SFU Board of Governors, we have our board chair, Carol Herbert, and board members Kamal Basra. Please join me in welcoming them. Thank you for joining us today on the traditional unceded and continuously occupied territories of the Coquitlam, Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh peoples. On this shared territory, upon which our Burnaby campus sits, there are two Indigenous languages, Hunkaminam and Squamish, that were traditionally spoken. We're privileged to gather on what is known today in English as Burnaby Mountain, but which was first known as Thuclacquetan by the Squamish, which means where Budas bark gets peeled in the spring. And Saltuth is a Tsleil-Waututh name for Burnaby Mountain. I speak these languages today to contribute to their revitalization, to enhance our collective learning, and to pay respects to those who have stewarded these lands. Well, it is my distinct pleasure, graduates, friends, and families, to welcome you to this morning's convocation for the class of 2026. And for what, for me, is my final day as Chancellor and my final set of convocation ceremonies. For the past 6 years, I've been privileged to be part of this very unique and special institution in a role where I saw the true depth of excellence, achievement, courage, and sacrifice that really is the foundation of our community. It's been inspiring to meet so many students and hear about your passions and dreams, to see faculty members pursuing innovative research that makes a real difference in the lives of people and the communities in which they live and work, and to work with staff who work 24/7 to keep our institution running so that we may have the privilege of studying, researching, teaching, and working here. I want to thank and recognize Simon Fraser University, the incredible students, faculty, staff, leadership, Board of Governors, Senate, alumni, and elders past and present for welcoming me into this community as Chancellor and for guiding and supporting me throughout. I also want to take a moment to recognize SFU's incoming Chancellor and honorary degree recipient, Dr. Elio Luongo, for choosing to serve this university in such a meaningful way. I've known Elio for many years, and his passion for this university, as well as his endless energy, will be put to good use and service. As someone with a degree in history, I've always believed that reflecting on the past can be helpful in understanding our present moment. Particularly when we face challenging times, it can give us confidence to see that some who went before us faced similar challenges. They persevered, they showed resilience, creativity, and they even thrived. So as I reflect on my time as Chancellor, and as each of you get ready to leave SFU and embark on the next chapter of your lives, I want to take a moment to take us back, way back, to May 20th, 1967. It's at this point I tell you that's before I was born. But it's also the date at which SFU's very first convocation ceremony as a university was held. Our university admitted its first students in 1965, and 2 years later, we are celebrating our first graduating class. A new university, new promise, new hope. By all accounts, it was an exciting time to be on this campus. Off campus, however, May 1967 was a very challenging time in the world. A war in the Middle East would erupt a few weeks later between Egypt, Israel, Jordan, and Syria. The emerging world power of China would successfully test a hydrogen bomb, becoming the world's fourth nuclear power. Canada was led at that time by a Liberal Prime Minister, Prime Minister Lester Pearson, who is known for his international work and reputation. And there was non-stop talk in the media and in society about the wonders of technology, and a new technology in particular, and the fact that it could take over human tasks and do things on its own. As the world's first automated banking machine, ATM, was introduced in London, England, dispensing cash unassisted on its own 24/7. You remember cash, don't you? But it sounds sort of familiar, doesn't it? And yet, in the midst of these profound challenges and change, a new university was created, and its first convocation ceremony was held on this very spot, setting its graduates confidently off into a challenging world. I went back through the archives and found the Chancellor's speech given on that day by Simon Fraser University's inaugural Chancellor, Dr. Gordon Shrum. As I read the speech for the first time in its typewritten font, with lots of red pen strokes and margin notes, I felt an immediate sense of familiarity, resilience, of comfort even. Dr. Shrum was a physicist, and true to his professional background and academic preparation, his writings reflected that. He saw the world as it was, not as some wished it to be. And I can tell you, niceties and platitudes were not his jam. He didn't sugarcoat anything. He was very direct and focused in his message to the first graduating class. He told them, as university graduates, you may find your ultimate goals may as yet be poorly defined, because they are, and they should be, well beyond your immediate grasp. For the purpose of an education and life is not achievement, but it is to be an adventure in experience. And through it all, your goal should be nothing less than this. No matter what you choose to do it in a way that you can look back with pride as you look to the future with hope. Look backward with pride and forward with hope. Dr. Shrum showed that the purpose of a university education is to prepare us for successful journeys in life. And graduation today, for you, is only the beginning. He believed, as I do, that the best way to navigate the journey of life is to have spent some time being challenged, being personally challenged in the pursuit of excellence. And to have spent some time pursuing that challenge at university, and if you're lucky, spent time at this university. Simon Fraser University is a place that has always been about the relentless pursuit and sharing of knowledge in all its forms. A place that's committed to providing excellent learning, teaching, research, as well as a community environment for its students. In 1967, when the first graduating class left this convocation mall, they went out into a very uncertain world. but they went out with knowledge, enthusiasm, and hope. Now, I don't need to tell you, as graduates, that the world is a challenging place at the moment. But I now invite you to follow in our first graduating class footsteps. I wish, of course, that you look back on your time at SFU with pride, but even more powerfully, that you're prepared and ready to look forward with hope. On behalf of everyone at Simon Fraser University, faculty, staff, and alumni, thank you for choosing Simon Fraser University, and congratulations on your convocation this morning. Congratulations. I now call upon the president of our university, Dr. Joy Johnson, to give her convocation address. Dr. Johnson.
Well, thank you very much, Madam Chancellor, for that message of hope. Honored guests, graduands, it is a privilege to stand before you today on this beautiful sunny day on the traditional territories of our host nations. And I want to say welcome. I want to say welcome to the parents, to the grandparents, to the aunts, the uncles, the siblings, the little ones, the friends and family who have joined us today. It is wonderful to see all of you here. But of course, the biggest welcome is to our graduands. I am very deeply grateful to Tamara for those words of wisdom, but also for her advice and guidance to me over the past 6 years. She really is going to be a hard act to follow. In reflecting on Tamara's word and her impact on SFU, I've been thinking a lot about what leadership really means. Looking around the world right now, we're seeing some examples of very, very bad leadership. I think you're thinking of some of the same people I'm thinking of. It can be easy to point to bad leadership and to say, well, I wouldn't do that. But what makes a good leader? That can often be harder to describe. When I was younger, I didn't see myself as a leader. I thought a leader was somebody who knew all the answers, who were the loudest in the room, who were able to give orders and had a lot of authority. But over the years, I have had the privilege of working with and learning from incredible leaders, and I've realized that there are many, many ways that leadership can show up in our day-to-day lives. I've learned from Tamara that leadership means sitting quietly and listening until you find that perfect moment to share your ideas and to shift the conversation. I've learned from SFU Indigenous Executive Lead, Krista Tuckton-Lewis, as well as from many Indigenous leaders over the years, that leadership means nothing about us without us. If you're going to make decisions that affect groups of people, then you better take up the responsibility to include those people as part of the decision-making process. I've also learned a lot about leadership by working with SFU student leaders, and I've learned the importance of relentless advocacy when it comes to issues that matter most. Student advocacy on issues such as mental health supports, the climate crisis, and equity inclusion has created real and lasting change over the years at Simon Fraser University, and I am grateful to students past and present who participated in that work. Our goal at SFU is to ensure that students leave this institution not only with that piece of paper, that degree, but with the skills that they need to be global citizens and build an inclusive and sustainable future for all of us. That includes leadership skills, which I know you all have developed during your time in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences. FAS is our largest faculty with an incredible diversity of programming. And in the crowd today, we have graduates from cognitive science, gerontology, labor studies, public policies, urban studies, criminology, and many more. And although this is a diverse set of classes, I know that your time at SFU has helped you develop the skills and values you need to speak up on issues that you care most about. Whether your leadership looks like supporting better aging in our communities, shaping our understanding of the future of work, or helping build healthier and more inclusive cities. So much leadership requires critical and strategic thinking about the challenges ahead of us and the courage to add your voice to the conversation. So, I encourage you to look for those opportunities and to take advantage of them. Very soon, each one of you is going to be officially admitted to your degrees. You're going to move forward to a new chapter of your life, and you'll have the opportunity to think about what kind of leaders you want to be, about the leaders the world needs the most at this time. And as you do that, I want to remind you that you have the skills that you need. You have a community of alumni, faculty, and staff to support you. So, no matter where you go from here, please know that everyone who has been part of your SFU journey is very, very proud of you. So thank you very much, and congratulations. Madam Chancellor, it is now my honor to invite Michelle Abusaman, who is graduating today with a Bachelor of Arts honors in Philosophy and Political Science, for his Graduand address. At SFU, Michelle was president of the Philosophy Student Union and co-president of the Political Science Student Union. He was named to the president's honor roll 7 times and received a FAST Dean's Undergraduate Fellowship. He will attend law school at the University of Toronto this fall. Please join me in welcoming Michelle.
It's a great view. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that we're on the unceded, ancestral, and traditional lands of the Coquitlam, Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh peoples. Madam Chancellor, President Johnson, elders, the Platform Party, it's an honor and privilege to be speaking to you all. And thank you to the families, faculty, and staff for joining us and making this achievement come to fruition. Graduates, today marks an incredible milestone. After years of hard work, you've made it to Convocation. Congratulations. And I wish you all peace and prosperity as you navigate your future lives and careers. There also may be a number of questions on your mind. Where will I live? What kind of job will I have? What does my future look like? In other words, what's possible for me? I began at SFU in the fall of 2021, and I asked myself similar questions. Law school was always the plan. At the same time, getting there seemed like a Herculean task for 17-year-old me, especially being the first in my family to set the goal of pursuing a legal education. The next 5 years here were characterized by discipline, sacrifice, and most importantly, community. There were days where I arrived on campus at 8 in the morning and left at midnight. I would take 18 units per semester, work part-time jobs, manage multiple student groups, as well as participate in various extracurriculars. If it sounds like I did too much, it's probably because I did. Regardless, what motivated me was twofold. First, my vision for a legal education, and second, my community who supported me every step of the way. Whether it was my parents who crossed continents for me to have the opportunity at a better life, my friends and peers who believed in me in the moments when I didn't believe in myself, or my professors and mentors who invested in me when I had little to offer in return. I refused to give up, and I embraced possibility. Now, 22-year-old me is off to study law at the University of Toronto this fall. This achievement is meaningful in its own right, though what makes it even more special is the journey that got me here. From the students I worked with at the Student Learning Commons, to the connections I made with my colleagues at the Government of Canada. The through line of my story is the memories I made, the experiences I had, and the relationships that I developed. Ultimately, I stand before you today as the sum of many people's sacrifices, ambitions, and hopes. I'm proof that your beginning doesn't determine your ending, that your circumstances are part of you, but they do not define you, that where you come from does not determine where you will go. So, class of 2026, what's next for you? Perhaps you're considering further education, maybe you're after a new job or promotion, or finally taking a well-deserved break. No matter what the future has in store for you, I hope you embrace life's possibilities. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michelle, for reminding us that where we start is not the same as where we want to go or where we finish. As part of Convocation, in addition to conferring degrees on our graduates, the university also confers honorary degrees. Degrees are awarded to distinguished individuals in recognition of their scholarly, scientific, or artistic achievement, or in recognition of exceptional contribution to the public good through professional or philanthropic activity. Their achievements celebrate our university's values and serve as an inspiration for our entire community. Simon Fraser University's honorary degree is the highest honor presented by our university. To present the honorary degree candidate, Dr. Gloria Gutman, I'm pleased to welcome Dr. Laurel Weldon. Laurel is the Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences and a distinguished professor in the Department of Political Science. Laurel.
Madam Chancellor, I proudly present SFU Professor Emerita, Dr. Gloria Gutman, an international authority in the field of gerontology, whose life work has transformed how we understand, study, and support the realities of aging in Canada and around the world. As a psychology undergraduate at UBC, Gloria never envisioned an academic career, but once sparked, her interest in aging and the elderly became an all-consuming fire that carried her through graduate studies at the University of Calgary and UBC and fueled more than 5 decades of research and advocacy. In the early 1980s, she founded both the Gerontology Research Center and the Department of Gerontology at SFU. Her rigorous interdisciplinary work exposed and explored critical social issues such as elder abuse, dementia, and ageism, and has had a lasting influence on public policy and professional practice. Equally impactful has been her ability to build community, mentoring generations of students and convening global conferences such as the World Congress on Gerontology and Geriatrics to strengthen connections between research and real-world change. Today, she remains active with the International Longevity Centre Canada and the International Society for Gerontology. Her service and scholarship have been recognized with many honors, including the Order of British Columbia, the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal, and the Order of Canada. She has produced 23 books and is a frequent media commentator on issues ranging from seniors housing and health equity to long-term care, the impact of climate change, and disaster planning for the elderly. Madam Chancellor, Gloria Gutman's legacy is one of compassion, intellectual courage, and enduring commitment to aging with dignity. She has changed how we understand aging, how we care for the elderly, and how we imagine a more inclusive and compassionate society. For these remarkable contributions, I ask that you grant her the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Thank you, Dr. Weldon. Gloria Gutman. By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the Senate of this university, I hereby admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Congratulations. Dr. Gutman will be hooded by Dr. Dilson Rassier, Provost and Vice President Academic, and Tom Nault, Registrar and Executive Director, Student Enrollment.
It is now with pleasure that I call upon Dr. Gloria Gutman to give her convocation address. Dr. Gutman, congratulations.
This is my apple box. I'm barely 5 feet tall, and you would not be able to hear me to speak into the microphone if they didn't give me something to stand on. So, having said that, I think I would like to begin my remarks by thanking SFU for this honor. It's very meaningful for me because universities and Canadians very seldom honor their own. I'm grateful for having the opportunity to develop the Gerontology Research Center and the Department of Gerontology, which have become nationally and internationally recognized as centers of excellence for research and education on both population and individual aging. When I came to SFU in 1980 and proposed to Dr. Jack Blaney, who at that time was the Dean of Continuing Education, that these were needed, few people even knew what the word gerontology meant. He gave me a job in continuing studies with the title of coordinator gerontology, my first job was to create a program to coordinate. There are 5 things I'd like to speak to you about today that I thought might be useful to you as you move forward and build your careers. The first of these is identifying and filling gaps in your chosen area of work. In my case, I recognized the need for a credential program for people working with older adults. Although my job was in continuing education, people didn't want another non-credit set of courses. The Gerontology program started with the post-baccalaureate certificate in gerontology, a diploma program. The next step was a master's program, followed by the addition of a minor and a PhD. Dr. Andrew Wister, the current director of what is now called the Gloria Gutman Gerontology Research Center, was hired explicitly to work on the development of the master's program. Hiring him was a very smart move on my part. His contribution to gerontology at SFU has been a major one. But lesson number 1 for you today is you can't be a one-person show if you want to develop something that's going to meet the test of time. If it takes a village to raise a child, it takes a team to develop a successful academic and research unit. And so I'm very grateful for the people that have come to work with us in the Gerontology Research Center and in our program, and some of them are here today. A second key thing that I wanted to say to you was to don't be afraid to undertake work in an area or a sub-area that is unfamiliar. In my case, it was being invited to be the lead of a research project on seniors housing. When I was offered the job, I blurted out, "But I don't know anything about seniors housing." And I was told, "You have 90 days to learn." I read everything I could lay my hands on, and I became a 90-day expert. But it was 90 days more than anybody else had at the time in this particular area. And I was reminded of that when I read in the Vancouver Sun a couple of weeks ago an article about Frank Hayden, a researcher at the University of Toronto who is credited with having started and been the spark behind the Special Olympics. Hayden never set out to be an expert on exercise and disability, but his article said, "After spending 2 days in the library, where I discovered there was virtually no published research on fitness and intellectual disabilities, I decided to say yes to accepting a grant from the Rotary Foundation, stating that I would become an instant expert." So, sometimes you have to step up to the plate and jump in the water and try something. And what's the worst that can happen? It doesn't work. So then you pick yourself up, you dust yourself off, and you move on, and you try it again in a different way. So a third message is to recognize opportunity and build on existing resources. Before I came to SFU, I was a part-time assistant professor in the psychology department at UBC. While there, I developed and offered the first credit course in BC, and I think in Canada, on psychology of aging. At that time, I wrote a proposal for the development of a research center on aging in response to a call for proposals from the Social Sciences and Humanities Research Council of Canada. For reasons that I don't recall, the competition was delayed, and the opportunity came to actually write a proposal for SFU. My two proposals competed against each other because the UBC one they found and somebody else brought it forward. But I needed to identify three themes in what our center was going to be. So I started with aging and the built environment, which, as I said to you, I was the 90-day expert on. And then two other themes quickly emerged. One of them was prevention of crime and victimization of the elderly, and the other was changing demographics and lifestyles. These were the areas of expertise of two remarkable people who already were at SFU before I came, Dr. Ellen G. in sociology and Dr. Azat Fattah in criminology. Together with the strong support of the Dean of Arts at the time, Robert Brown, and the Dean of the Faculty of Interdisciplinary Studies, Tom Calvert, as well as Jack Blaney and the other senior administrators, my two proposals competed, but SFU won. And I cannot tell you how much I appreciate the strong support of the leadership of this university. We've had some remarkable presidents and some truly remarkable chancellors. You know, your chancellor's remarks this morning for a gerontologist were really important because, you know, we talk about the life course and looking at the big picture and the opportunity to become part of the minority, the one minority that all of us should strive to be, and that is to be an older person in this particular life that we are given. A fourth thing I wanted to say to you was say yes to new ideas. It's much easier to say no than it is to say yes. We're living in a rapidly changing world. AI is here to stay. It's not going away. Siri, ChatGPT, all the tools that give us information are already developed and are giving us information at speeds we never dreamed of. Young or old, we need to embrace new technology, which brings me to the topic of the idea, old dogs can learn new tricks. It just takes us a little longer. Which brings me to the topic of ageism. The Canadian Coalition Against Ageism defines it as the stereotype. So how we think, they define it as a precedence, how we feel, and they define it as discrimination, how we act towards others, or even oneself. Ageism involves making assumptions about a person's abilities, their values, their roles in society, solely on the basis of age, rather than who they are as an individual. And, you know, all of us wear many hats. We have different kinds of characteristics. So age is only one of those. And finally, I would look forward to a world where we have aging without ageism, and that's be our goal. When I get up in the morning, I glance at the news on my smartphone. That's the first thing I do. Then I read a hard copy of the newspaper. Last weekend, the Vancouver Sun had a section called Long Story, in which the topic was the great unretired. I couldn't resist reading it. It talked about people who had retired and subsequently returned to paid work. Many not because they couldn't pay their rent, but rather because they felt they still had something to contribute. Some of them were in paid work, other people went into volunteering in various kinds of programs. What I have spent many years talking about is the diversity of the older population. You know, some are tall, some are little like me, some are smart, and some are not. And there are at least 3 groups these days. There's the retired, there's the unretired, and people who want to try something new and different. And then there's people like me who are going to be the never retired. I do the same things I did when I was under 65, only I get paid a lot less for doing it. And I work with 3 different teams of researchers. The teams that I work with include undergraduate students, graduate students, postdocs, and fellow academics, junior and senior. They're multi-ethnic, and they are diverse in terms of sexual orientation and gender identity. We are mutually respectful for each other. We learn from each other. 65 or 85 are just years lived, not expiry dates. So, in summary, as I said a few minutes ago, older adulthood is a minority we all will belong to if we live long enough. The good news is that more and more people are living to be old. The bad news is that the odds of developing a neurodegenerative disease like Alzheimer's increases with age. But Alzheimer's is a disease, it's not normal aging. Take care of your health, plan for the future, and plan to be one who is in good health, who enjoys fulfillment, and take steps now to make that happen. And good luck in your travels. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Gutman. I can tell that you certainly don't have an expiry date, that's for sure. And I'm just really so grateful for all your incredible contributions to the field of aging, but also your incredible contributions to Simon Fraser University. You've been a professor at Simon Fraser University for a number of years, and now we're very proud to count you as one of our alumni as well. So thank you very, very much. Our alumni are incredibly important to us, and we take immense pride in welcoming all of our graduands into this vibrant community. I'm delighted to invite Angus Chan, who earned a Master's of Education in Educational Psychology in 2012, to formally welcome the graduands. Please join me in welcoming him.
I'm starstruck today. Feel like the last person in a group presentation where all the stars have spoken. Good thing SFU Alumni has refined this speech into an art form of one-page doublespace. All right, here we go. Let's go. Thank you, President Johnson. And good morning, fellow alumni. Congratulations to all of you. Today, you officially join SFU's global alumni community with over 200,000 members, that's 5 zeros, in more than 145 countries. The same passion, energy, and creativity that propelled us at SFU continues to drive us in all that we do today. We are committed to making a difference and to building a future that is more inclusive and more sustainable. You and you and you and you and you are now ambassadors for SFU wherever life takes you. Along your journeys, you will also inspire current and future SFU students to dream, to excel, and to fulfill their own purpose. We are here for you as you move forward. And we are excited to see what you will accomplish next. We also encourage you to stay connected to SFU and take advantage of even more opportunities to learn and grow. Last point. Following today's ceremony, please visit the alumni booth in the AQ Garden or your faculty reception to pick up your SFU alumni graduation pin and keep it as a symbol of your incredible achievements and enduring connection to SFU. Congratulations again, and welcome to SFU's outstanding community of alumni.
Well, thank you so much, Angus, for your enthusiasm. We are going to move on now, and I'm going to ask the graduating class, you're going to be now presented to the Chancellor to be admitted en masse to your degrees. So I have a question for you, grads. Are you ready? I'm sorry, the Chancellor doesn't think you're ready. We've got a problem. One more time. Grads, are you ready? Okay, we've got the thumbs up. We can go. Will the graduates please rise if you are able? Madam Chancellor, I present to you those scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of this university and request that you confer upon them the degrees for which they are now recommended.
Thank you, Madam President. Before I begin the formal part of this morning's ceremonies, where I confer your degrees upon you, I want to draw your attention to the blue caps that most of you are wearing. You'll note that the tassels on your caps are currently hanging to the right, which signifies at this very moment you're still a student. But in a few seconds, after I confer the degrees upon you, I invite you to move your tassel to the left, like mine, to signify the fact that you have graduated and this special moment. So, third time's a charm. Are you ready? Excellent. By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the Senate of this university, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees. Congratulations. Please be seated.
The members of the graduating class here in Convocation Mall will now be presented individually to the Chancellor. But first, a few requests for those of you who are in the mall today. Today is a day for celebration, so I invite family, friends for you to welcome, applaud, and cheer, and share the joy that you have for your graduate as they cross the stage. But as a courtesy to others, please remain seated until the conclusion of the ceremony. Graduands, after you have crossed the stage, I invite the doctoral graduates to join their colleagues on the platform. And to all other honored graduates, and this is very important, out of respect for your peers, please return and remain in your seat until the end of the ceremony. I want us all to think about those whose last names start with Y or Z and are seated at that back row there. Let's give them the same care and attention to those who cross the stage first. So now, the moment that we've all been waiting for, the degrees in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences will now be presented.
Madam Chancellor, the graduands of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences will now be presented. Dr. Michaela McGuire, supervised by Dr. Ted Pallas. Dr. McGuire is also the recipient of a Dean of Graduate Studies Convocation Medal for Academic Excellence. Her research and work focus on decolonization, racism, genocide, and state crime resurgence, indigenous justice, and governance. Michaela maintained a 4.33 CGPA and multiple awards and fellowships. She is a fellow within the Yellowhead Institute and will begin as an assistant professor in the Indigenous governance at the University of Victoria this summer. Dr. Crystal Glowatsky, supervised by Dr. Brenda Morrison. Dr. Melissa Gregg, supervised by Dr. Neil Boyd. Dr. Shrimona Garang, supervised by Dr. Habib Chowdhury. Dr. Kishore Rajaram Sitaraman, supervised by Dr. Habib Chowdhury. Dr. Vienna Lam, supervised by Dr. Gail Anderson. Madam Chancellor, the graduates of master's degrees in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences will now be presented. August Scrudland. August is also the recipient of a Dean of Graduate Studies Convocation Medal for Academic Excellence. His research offered new insight into offender decision-makings and analyzed risk-taking behavior of sexual homicide offenders in Canada, helping to strengthen investigative approaches and public safety. He continues his work at SFU as a doctoral researcher, advancing knowledge in offender typologies, victimology, and geographic mobility patterns in sexually motivated abductions. Getzabel Aracon Borquez. Chris Bray. Chun Sing Chung. Alicia Dhaliwal. Abby Dunn. Man-yi Ira Fan. Ana Paula Gutierrez Heredia. Ida Ham. Nina Ul. Hojun Tommy Kang. Serhi Kolomietz. Kimberly Lamb. Hannah Rose Gay McCallum. Esme Maki. Kyla Mans. Megan Mansfield. Raya McLean. Vikrant Mehta. Shize Mu. Neha Nandakumar. Pukraj Nidger. Margaret Avenel. Cassandra Pacholski. Ross Reimer. Jasmine Ross. Mane Rustamian. Grace Shaw. David Shen. Sohaila Sherbafi. Simran Kaur Shoker. Manveer Uppal. Angela Wu. Wei Ping Ye. Ivana Stielar. Dustin Zhang. Yunrong Zhao. Mary Ashley. Robert Bottieri. Eric Brown. Mariam Irfani Badan. Carrie Galloway. Joseph Kusi. Jennifer McCaffrey. Geraldine McConkey. Penaz Situ. Gulam Anwari. Claire Arbuthnot. Roman Baines. Estefania Borja. Ekamjot K. Chima. Daniel Kreitch. Jack Donaldson Barrow. Barrio. Shukvia Neda. Jonathan Fung. Chan Chan Fung. Liam Gattensby. Mariah Gillis. Zara Hawali. Priyanka Kumar. Byron Lee. Morgan Parr. Simrandeep Rai. Humaira Sakib. Husna Tembo. Mobolaji Tunde Oladipo. Yo-Yo Wong. Hawa Yarobiki. Marian Benkayush. Kwok Wing Kelvin Chan. Frederick Demoulin. Ryan Lai. Hoi Chisel Lau. Gladys Mutangadura. Andrew Nolan. Rebecca Poset. Pok Man Tong. Tianyu Zhu. Madam Chancellor, the graduates of bachelor's degrees in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences will now be presented. Michel Abou-Siman. Michel is also the recipient of a Gordon M. Shrum Gold Medal of Academic Excellence. During his studies, he paired academic excellence with exceptional leadership and community service. A dedicated mentor, student senator, and student association leader, Michel has made a lasting impact on campus life. Logan Avisto. Diba Alamdaran. Joshua Alfaro. Aliza Ali. Ilaha Alkozai. Stella Andrade. Laura Ante Lopez. Monica Andrea Barrera Aquino. Tian Atkinson. Mankirat Atwal. Parleen Atwal. Arshvir Ajla. Gina Ajla. Alexandra Babich. Jasneet Baines. Navreen Baines. Paneet Baines. Ernest Arrow Baltazar. Kyler Ramon Barker. Eden Bates. Victor Alexander Batten. Sage Bell. Claire Belson. Sima Tofik Bagat. Arshad Baidani. Paneet Bhatti. Sharon Buller. Ashley Birikit. Grace Blatz. Jasmine Brar. Connor Broughton. Natalie Brown. Harkirat Bumrah. Larry DeSouza Bori. Lou Butt. Senna Butter. Katrina Batula. Rebecca Calderwood. Kayla Campbell. Caitlin Caputo. Roxana Cespedes. Mansira Chahal. Simran Chahal. Nicole Chan. Aveline Kaur Chawla. Harleen Kima. Navpreet Chima. Deanna Christina Kircha. Ryan Chong. Samia Noor Chowdhury. Jansen Chu. Shauna Madison Clancy. Tiana Cole. Danielle Cruz. Jackson Alexander Sear. Daniel Chekolinsky. Liana D'Oliveira. Thea De Souza. Trevor Damon. Anisha Darar. Hannah DeBoer. Ethan Denny. Isha Dole. Nisha Diol. Marco De Pieri. Annabelle Dutt. Maria Didak. Henry Doe. Juliana Douglas. Emma Drury. Emma Earl. Malak Alfaria. Timothy Ellen. Derek Ellis. Alexa Elwood. Dakota England. Iman Escobedo. Benjamin Jose Estelano. Grace Finney. Colleen Flores. Eric Forsilius. Aiden Fowler. John Fowler. Jamie Fremont. Brandon Fuchs. Jenna Grace Gagnon. Anshdeep Kaur Galan. Liam Gallagher. Olivia Galina. Tisan Gamalat. Timothy Garcia. Nicole Gerletsky. Kiranpreet Gill. Manjot Gill. Priya Gill. Rajdev Singh Gill. Elise Gonzalez Kopp. Owen Granary. Lokshana Grudoyal. Juan Ignacio Guevara. Mateen Habibi. Michael Halpin Buyi. Song Ji Han. Brooklyn Hanksworth. Lily Heemstra. Marta Wallstad Yella. Justin Ho Huang. Cho E Ho. Justin Hong. Hannah Hosseinzadeh. Stanley Howlader. Ni-Sing Huang. Jae-eun Ha. Amelia Hunt. Brooklyn Hunt. Simrat Kaur Jat. Tidrasant Jagatiswaran. Samantha Jesperson. Michael Chu Dong Jiang. Ajitpal Singh Jol. Alexis Michelle Jones. Gabrielle Regan Joyce. Min-Kyu Jung. Maya Kayla. Milena Kalish. Jagrajan Kalsi. Rajinder Kalsi. Teowin Karilla. Roxana Karim. Eric Kettler. Mahira Khan. Arnika Katibi. Eugenia Kramtsova. Harjovan Kubar. Danica Kim. Nathaniel Kim. Timothy Kim. Bernard Ko. Ekam Kochar. Kaho Koizumi. Catherine Colbert. Ethan Lai. Aaron Leitner. Dina Lacker. John Lacusta. Alexis Lancito. Angsan Lee. Zachariah Lee. Goldie Layton. Carson Leong. Yao Ming Anthony Leong. Mariana Leva Perez. Anna Si Wai Lee. Chin Teal Lian. So Young Lim. Andrew Joseph Minor Lirag. Caleb Liu. Si Yan Lo. Sarah Lowen. Sophia Lowen. Madeline Long. Kayla Louie. Yichun Liu. Matthew Lupel. Sophia Leons. Dominic Ma. Harkirat Mahal. Paige Marr. Zoya Mahil. Sammy Monyo Maina. Vijay Malhotra. Izawa Ramadan Malish. Valerie Mala. Valerie Mala. Anita Malley. Isaac Malmgren. Ching Kwan Man. Harveer Man. Sonia Man. Aryan Maria. Hannah Mall. Abigail McGlynn. Anthony McLaughlin. Delara Mevarzan. Shay Malenka. Adam Maharia. Morgan Miller. Amelia Modzalik. Aya Mohammed Saleh. Eli Muhammad Ali. Miguel Moni. Collins Morara. Kyle Morgan. Brooklyn May Muruk. Jessica Muir. Colin Murray. Sean Murray. Isabella Mazzolini. Mantajpreet Nagra. Amisha Narain. Giovanna Navarro Vieira Pinto Coelho. Preeti Negi. Malak Nejam. Declan Nelson. Kenneth No. Thi Tao Wei Nguyen. Travis Nguyen. Cassidy Nicholson. Pavandeep Kaur Nijjar. Devaney O'Neill. Trista Ocampo. Ian Jeremy Mendoza Oira. Yuzuno Omori. Obina Jonathan Osuji. Zoravar Singh Paintal. Avleen Pander. Yojin Brianna Pak. Harjot Parmar. Manjot Parmar. Megan Parsons. Sam Pashandi. Michael Paul. Sienna Pengelly. Ellen Petrie. Elena Pizzuto. Jessica Lynn Phillips. Isabel Pilon. Lucia Emmanuel Pistrin. Kylie Maria Pokernich. Maya Powell. Isabel Prasopson. Tamanpreet Barwal. Bibi Arira Rahimi. Jaskaran Rai. Emily Ann Marion Rain. Michaela Ralco. Ishan Singh Rangi. Tara Riahi. Joshua Richards. Mitchell Riordan. Sean Safar. David Salim. Madison Sambrook. Alexandra Samoseko. Rina Sandar. Harveer Sandhu. Mayor Sandhu. Maya Sardari. Melina Shule. Preet Sekun. Liana Sella. Qiujie Shan. Dia Sharma. Wesley Shea. Shamaila Sheikh. Renee Shu. Alicia Shields. Tara Sham. Fahim Siddiqui. Rohan Sadhu. Monea Silvera. Robin Singh. Olivia Shivets. Amy Smith. Ekvir Sodi. Alan Sohn. Paramveer Shran. Freshta Sufizada. Sumaya Samaya. Olivia Tam. Kamal Karan Dev Taneja. Kasida Tanoza. Owen Thibodeau. Jaspinder Thind. Ramneek Thind. Grayson Threlfall. Andrea Tinku. Cody Yan Ting. Madeline Tisdale. Ralph Matthew Chachadarma. Gurjana Kaur. Paneet Tur. Aaron Tosh. Zeba Totakil. Mi Chan. Cindy Chin. Michaela Tupper. Kristen Turner. Mary Rivaline Garinya Velasco. Kadisha Viernes. Luca Vlad. Madison Watkins. Nina Salas Gruber. Alexandra Milacek Welters. Grace Sydney Weininger. Mary Wynn. Michael Wong Tu Yuen. Keith Wong. Megan Wong. Wing Wai Letitia Wong. Amelia Wu. Terrence Wu. Lorraine Wycott. Kimmy Yang. Basneya Yakubi. Hyatt Eunice. Catherine Young. Kevin Yu. Ian Yuan. Jaden Yuan. Jelica Blea Zamora. Emma Zappacosta. Alisa Zan. Yuxin Zhang. Victoria Zinkiv. Mei An Nguyen. Raima Raman. Madam Chancellor, the student who has completed the requirements for diplomas and certificates in the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences will now be presented. Philomena Ambrosino.
Well, that was a lot of fun. Will the graduating class please rise if you are able, including our graduates on the platform? I am just the graduates right now, sorry. If you need to stretch, I understand. It's a lot of sitting. Graduates, I am so honored that you're here today, and I want to congratulate each and every one of you. The completion of a degree is an impressive achievement, and I want to encourage your family, friends to communicate their hearty congratulations to you by whatever means. And so for those of you online, in the mall, and on the platform, please join me in applauding the June 2026 graduates. And now I invite you, the members of the graduating class, to reciprocate by applauding your family, friends, faculty and staff, and all who have helped you along the way. Please be seated.
This completes the formal awarding of degrees. Some graduates recommended by Senate for degrees today are unable to be present, and therefore their names have not been read out. I now admit them to the appropriate degrees as shown in the program. Please join me in congratulating your colleagues in absentia. This brings to a close this morning's convocation celebration. But before we adjourn, I'd like to take a moment to thank all of the staff, volunteers, and faculty who have worked so hard to ensure that this morning's celebration is a special one. Please join me in thanking all of the volunteers who helped us this morning. Honored graduates, family, and friends, you're now invited to attend your faculty reception, where we look forward to continuing the celebration. Please rise if you are able and remain standing at your places as the platform party recesses. Class of 2026, friends and families, congratulations, and I bid you good morning.
Congratulations once again to today's graduates. Our ceremony has now come to a close. For the safety of all in attendance and to reduce crowding, we will exit Convocation Mall beginning with the graduates at the front and our guests seated at the middle and the back. Our ushers will help guide you out of the mall row by row. Please remain standing if you are able until an usher cues your row to exit. Graduates in the front and rows and guests in the back and middle rows, please proceed with exiting now. Thank you once again for your cooperation and for attending today's ceremony.
The best. You can be the King Kong banging on your chest.
You can beat the world, you can beat the war. You can talk to God, go banging on his door.
You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock.
Yeah.
You can move a mountain, you can break rocks.
You can be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you gon' find yourself
Standing in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And the world's gonna know your name.
You'll be smile. You could be the hero, you could get the gold. Breaking all the records they thought never could be broke. Yeah, do it for your people, do it for your pride. And you're ever gonna know if you never even try. Do it for your country, do it for your name. Cause they're gonna be